Oh my god, no. I never played the original The Thing from 2002. I didn't even know it existed until recently. And I think most of the videos you're going to see about this new Night Dive remaster are going to be from people who already have some appreciation of the game from back then. On this channel, I think it's interesting to go into these kinds of remasters or remakes without the original in mind, and just see how it plays for someone who's brand new to it. After all, new releases, whether they be sequels or remasters or whatever, need to reach new audiences to be financially successful. So the experience for new players is important, and I want to talk to you guys that know nothing about this game and give you my opinion as to whether or not you should bother checking this out. Well, if you like the movie from 1982, and you're crazy if you don't, you'll be happy to see they do a great job at capturing the overall mood. The extremely isolating cold is ever present and always keeping you in a feeling of uncertainty, kind of in a Silent Hill way. You also come across various locations from the movie, which is pretty cool. You see here I'm looking at the spacecraft with a surveillance camera. Most of the game has no music, which I like to a degree. I think the quiet makes the lonely Arctic setting more immersive, but I wish there was just a little more music in certain parts of the game, because eventually it starts to feel kind of empty. You may want to put on the movie soundtrack as you play. The game's got a simple visual style, one that goes with the feel of the movie, and of course it isn't the highest budget of titles, but Night Dive has excellently presented the visuals in high definition, and you can even see very fine detail where surely you couldn't before. Since I don't know the original at all, I can't tell you exactly what they've added or fixed or improved, so I'm just gonna read from this article on sci-fi.com. With over 1,500 code changes and 2,000 art and level improvements, The Thing Remastered could almost be considered a brand new game. In addition to the removal of scripted infection, this version also lowers the insanely high difficulty of its 2002 predecessor by adding more health and ammo packs, as well as manual save points, autosaves, skill-based boss fights, and a more forgiving hit point system along the way. Moreover, it features previously unseen content, including creature assets designed by Siggy Gallion, revised or recreated cutscenes, and a number of environmental reference points that better align the game with the beloved Carpenter film. So there's a lot of stuff here that I'm not gonna notice since I can't compare, but I can appreciate how good it looks and how well it plays. There's just something about this game. It has a vibe, a feel to the controls. Primitive and imprecise, but snappy and responsive. It feels good to go back to a time where your character just goes and doesn't feel like it's fighting the gravitational pull of a planet when shifting direction. I don't really know how to best put this into words, but I think if any of you were playing games 20 years ago and you jump into this, you'll have a rush of nostalgia and a real appreciation for the simple way that it handles. That's not to say it's perfect, hell no. Targeting the little things can be frustrating at times. I hate that you have to put your flashlight away in order to pull out a grenade. And there's a very annoying issue where your weapon slots will reset upon saves and checkpoints. So you gotta reset the 2 weapons you want to have equipped every time. I wish they'd change that for the remaster. The gameplay itself is largely simple, with a few cool details sprinkled in. You're basically just running around the base, opening doors, and killing things. The big ones have to die by fire, so you'll need fuel to take them down. You can lay down fire traps on the ground with your flamethrower, and you have a fire extinguisher to put out the flames, which you'll also use to get out of hazards and explore the base. You'll come across survivors and recruit them for their skills. Medics can heal, obviously, and engineers can repair things. You'll have to keep people alive to get through certain sections, and if you keep a team member, you'll do better against the enemies, though they will kill you and you can easily kill them. You have to gain their trust since they don't know you, and you can do this by giving them weapons and ammo, doing things to show them that you're on their side. Trust can go down and they'll refuse to work with you. But this is The Thing, so maybe you can't trust them either. A limited number of blood tests can be used to determine if someone is secretly a monster, and you may remember in the article I quoted, they mentioned a change to the infection system. From what I understand, in the original, your teammates could just randomly mutate into monsters even if you'd already cleared them of infection. For the remaster, they've fixed that, and made it to where they can simply become infected if they're damaged during combat. In my experience, it works pretty well, and it's always an oh shit moment when one of your guys starts mutating and then comes at you. It's horrific. You'll end up in a few battles with human soldiers as well, which adds a little tactical variety, and thankfully it's not too often. There are no objective markers to follow, and it can be easy to get lost here and there if you're not actually paying attention. You might need to climb across a beam to get to another level. You might need to find a document that gives you a passcode. And something I really appreciate is that when you need to backtrack, when you have that feeling of, am I going the right way or am I just wasting time, the game will put enemies in your way to signal that you are in fact making progress. I like that. Sometimes there's even a bit of a puzzle element to the situations. Like in this laboratory, I was running out of ammo and I couldn't make it through to the end. So I started using doors to trap enemies so I could avoid them. Now, I will be honest about my experience. I started to get bored after a while. About 9 hours in, I was over it. And I was also kinda stuck, because somehow I got to the later levels with no flamethrower or blowtorch, when according to the guides and the other players I talked to, I should have one at this point. I'm unable to kill the monsters, and the game is now incredibly annoying. I'm stuck, and I'm not having fun. I guess I just overlooked the flamethrower. I was looking, I checked every vent and door, I got the grenade launcher, I tried to find everything I could, but somehow that flamethrower just eluded me and I can't progress anymore. Is it hidden behind this square in the wall? Can I blow it up? I need the flamethrower, damn it! So, oh well, it was fun while it lasted. It's a cool game. It feels good to go back and play something from 2002 and have it look nicer, be rebalanced, and just feel so refreshing after getting used to how games are now. I definitely recommend checking this out if you're curious about it. However, I wouldn't recommend it if the price is too high. If they're charging $40 to $50, I don't think so. I think it's worth $20 though. Thanks for watching.